Yo, yo, yo. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Right, is it all good now? Is it all good? Yeah, I'm not actually trading today. I'm not taking any trades today. Because it's a bank holiday, of course. No sound, yeah, I got it, I got it. So yeah, what month should we go over? Where should we look? What should we be back testing? What should we be back testing? Let me know. Oh, you already asked this year. I'm probably not gonna back test this year because it's so recent. So I want to go back at least. I want to go back maybe to sometime last year and back test that. Okay, last September. All right, cool. We could do last September. So basically, this strategy is based on the 4-hour time frame. So the trend using the daily, of course, 4-hour time frame, and then the M30 for retests. So depending on how the 30-minute candles close at 4-hour levels, depending on the trend, we'll take buys or sells or just whatever the structure of the candles are. So really, it heavily relies on the 4-hour, looking at if the 4-hour candles have broken the previous high or low, or if they've been respected, and then how the candles behave after that. So it's been all right. So we're saying, let's go. Wait, you said last September. Yeah, that works out. Let's go to, I'm gonna go a bit back. Oh, I'm gonna go to the 27th and then chop it. I don't like to see what's going on after, of course. Alright, so where's the price? Oh shoot, we're already in August. Oh, price is way down here. Yeehaw, hello. And I need the 30-minute time frame. Alright, so I'm gonna have the 4-hour time frame on this side, on the right, and I'm gonna have the 30-minute for the entries on the left. So we'll do September last year as requested. All good. Let's get to September then. Where are we? It's the 31st. Friday. So what's the date gonna be? Alright, so typically what I'm gonna do is just be drawing the 4-hour levels. Yeah, we're still in August. So let's get to September. So yeah, just to repeat, it's going to be based on the 4-hour time frame, whether the candles are respecting the previous high or lows, whether we're getting 4-hour retests. Oh, Haroon, what's good? Yeah, I'm just discussing the new strategy right now. So it's based off the 4-hour time frame. Going to be looking at retests of 4-hour levels. So if we have a breakout, looking for a retest of the breakout level. This strategy, no joke, is getting me minimum, I want to say minimum 80 pips, minimum about 80 pips. So I'm going to be back testing last year September. That was requested by Benny, and it's going to be London session and New York session because that's when I trade. So if I'm going to go to 7 o'clock, all right, we're at 7:30 here. Okay, that's cool. All right, so on the 4-hour, I'm just gonna draw my levels on the 4-hour time frame. Let's do it. I'll show you how it works. Let's make some money, guys. I'm not trading gold today. It's because it's obviously US bank holiday. I'm not expecting crazy volume. Plus the markets close early, so be careful if you are trading. A lot of US pairs are closing early today. All right, so those are the 4-hour levels right now. So currently what I'd be looking at is this. We've got a 4-hour support right here, and gold has closed right on top of this 4-hour support, and this current candle hasn't broken this previous low either. So the 30-minute confirmation I'm looking for is a candle closing on or above the level if I'm looking for buys. So right now we're in a range on gold. As you can see, it's quite rangy. It's about 58 pips. I'll be looking at buys because we've got this 30-minute uptrend structure and we haven't broken a previous low, and here the 4-hour, I'll be looking at buys to go up to this 4-hour resistance. So I'm actually just going to jump in a buy right now and get out here. So this is the closure back in the range. We're retesting, so I'll just jump in right, well, as soon as this next candle opens I'll get in, and then the stop loss would be like, it's normally below structure, but I'm just going to put it here just to be on the safe side. 37 pips, and then as the trade progresses then I always reduce the stop and then I get a bigger risk reward, right? Okay, so TP, I'm not going to put it right at the top of the range, I'm going to put it right here. Like I said, I'm going to reduce it anyway. All right, I'm going to be making notes as I go along. So price is moving up, so at this point now I'd reduce the stop. Oh, look at that, just went straight through. So trade 1, buys, that would have been 55 pips. I did say the minimum pips is a bit more than this, but it's usually 4-hour level to 4-hour level at least. Okay, at least. So it should have been 64 pips. I always have my stop loss, my TP just a slightly bit earlier. Right, so that's trade 1. Right, we've come back in the range, 4-hour. So I'm gonna wait for this 4-hour candle to close, and then this might be a resistance here, and then as the 4-hour candles create structure I just keep on moving along. So I'm gonna go to NY. Look at that, this would have been another entry here as well potentially. It's just playing the range, just retesting. All right, nothing in NY. I'm just gonna go to the next day. So again 7, and then as that's moved I'm just gonna adjust. So go to 7 o'clock again. Because 7 is when I normally start my trading day, right? Cool. So if you look at this 4-hour time frame here, you know, I'm going to take that off. If you look at the 4-hour time frame, we did close below this support. In fact, what's to the left? Give me a second. Let's just add all of the levels here. Just pull it all the way across. So just adjust as we go along. Right, so we're still kind of ranging, and only because we've got these bottom wicks right here where it looks like the 2 a.m. candle has respected, and now this current 6 a.m. candle has also respected this previous low. At the moment we haven't really pushed down to drop below. So if I can get a candle, if this candle closes back in the range above this 4-hour level, if it pushes up, I'm looking for a retest of this support, like a little bounce, and then I'll be taking buyers back to the top of the range. Yeah, makes sense? And again, it's based on the 4-hour candles. Look, we've got this rejection wick, and then if we push back up, then I'll be looking to take an entry. Okay, so we've closed in. Now what I want, like I said, is a retest. So I don't know how deep the candle's going to go, but as long as it respects this previous low, it's good. So I'm just going to take an entry as soon as this next candle opens, and then hopefully hold up until this next 4-hour support. So this one would be a retest of the 4-hour support. All right, let's see. Pushing up. Okay, so it tapped in. So I think I went a bit too high. So look, it didn't actually close. I put it right on. Didn't quite tap it, but that would be the next trade. This has been very easy. It's not going to be as easy as this, I promise you. I promise. Trade 2. That was some buys. That was good for, where did it actually get to? So 83 pips is the highest that one got, just before the 4-hour level there. But look, we're still playing this range, and we had this reversal pattern setting up here, which was the reason. ICC, nah, never ICC. Come on, bro. Never that, never that. I don't do the ICT thing, man. Nah, this is September 2024, so this is before Trump's even in office, so we should have a bit of clean price action, which is probably why we're ranging so much here anyway. But we're just looking at 4-hour level retests. So I'm still going to be using my old strategies, but I'm just adding on to it, and this, it gets like way more pips. Way more pips. Alright, so right, based on the 4-hour here, no, I'm just going to leave this level because it's had the most taps. In fact, let me just reduce it, lower it slightly. Okay, now we've broken out of this level. What I want now, if price is going to continue down, what's ICC? You don't do ICT. What's ICC? What's ICC? Who teaches that? Where are you finding that stuff? Listen, I just try to keep it simple, man. You know me. You know me. I'm just candles and candle behaviors. You get me? Simple. Alright, so now this candle's broken out. In order for me to get into some sells, I want a retest of this broken level. Send it to me. Yeah, send it to me. Yeah, I want a retest of like 295, 2495, 2496, retest, and then come back down. So I don't know what these candles, these next 30-minute candles are going to do, but I need just a little tap. Raw, okay. So we pushed up in there. Oh, we've got news coming up soon as well. What's this? PMI is at 3. Okay. But we still closed below this level, which is good. Alright, so this retest would have been good enough for me to get into some sells here. Right here. So I'm going to do it on the next candle. And then close down. But ideally, because I'm not playing the candles in real time, I would have liked to get an entry a bit higher on 2495. So I don't know if the next candle will retest, but that's where I would have liked to take it. If I get a retest there, put the stop loss. No, I'm not gonna make it that high, just above here. But really, it should have been on this next candle. Oh, see, look, I should have left it where it was at. But that would have been, you see what I mean? We had the closure below, got the retest, and then we drop back down. That's exactly what I'd be looking for this strategy. So that one, can't call it a win because didn't get the exact entry I wanted, but a retest of this level is the idea, yeah? Because we closed below, respected this 4-hour, also respected this previous high. As long as it didn't push up or close back in the range, it's good to keep dropping. So let's move on. So your entry will be on 30 minutes, not any time. Yeah, no, 30 minute time frame, because that time frame for me, it's not too quick. I'm not a fan of, like, the 15's okay, and I only use the 15 if I need a tighter stop loss, but I get too many fake outs on the 15. So 30 minute is literally the lowest one that I would use. Let's see it on the 15. Yeah, no. So look, we kind of get more structure on the 15, obviously, because the candles are forming quicker, but the 30 minute is just, it's my bread and butter, so I don't change it. Alright, so let's go to, so slightly missed that one just because obviously this candle closed bearish, but these two bullish candles respecting this 4-hour support would have been perfect confirmations that price is going to continue down or to get in. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to move on to the 4th. So trade 3. Okay, cool, I've got you. I'm gonna check ICC out. Where are we at? Let's go to 7 o'clock. Okay, so next day. So 4-hour levels, they're pretty much still the same. We have what's below. They're pretty much still the same levels. So nothing to adjust here. Sort of breakout, retest, and continuing. Okay. Alright, so now, even though I'm playing zone to zone on the 4-hour here, the structure is looking more bearish than bullish at the moment. So we're closing on this 4-hour support. We've got the 30-minute here. Now, typically, you know, I'm gonna go for it just because. No, I don't really have a stop loss. No, I can't. All right, so I would be here looking for maybe a buy, and that's because we're respecting this 4-hour support here. We're pushing down. We've closed above it on the 30-minute time frame. Only thing I don't like about this setup right now is my stop loss. So with the other trades, I've already got levels pretty close. If I was going to take a trade here, where would my stop loss be? I wouldn't have it all the way down here, 68 pips to gain the 100, which is still positive, but I don't have the structure close enough at the moment. Yeah, so I'm gonna see what happens. Wait for some more candles. Okay, so we're still pushing down. Would these time frames be okay for small accounts? Yeah, 100%. Definitely. I was backtesting this using a $1,000 account. I backtested this, but you would use 0.5s, and if you're getting 80 pips, it's like 4%. And you can also add on positions as well. You can also add positions. So I could also go over where to add positions to. Okay, so look, we broke that previous low. This 4 hours coming back up. Oh, nice. Okay, so we're closing back in the range. This is not bad. So now I'm just basing it on what the next 4-hour candles are doing. Where are we? Let's get to NY sessions. I want to see what the new 4-hour candle is like. If this 4-hour candle closes back in the range, this could have been a fake out. Where are we? Okay, so the next candle is going to be the new 4-hour candle. Okay, so now we're back in this range. I'm going to be looking at taking buys if this candle can come down, retest this 4-hour support, and then push up. And that's because if this 4-hour candle doesn't come down and break this previous low, then we're going to push back up. If that makes sense. It should make sense. I hope it makes sense. And look, why I'm thinking buys is because look, we've respected these wicks to the left, and we've had quite a strong push back up into this range. Yeah. Okay, so as soon as a candle closes, if it breaks below this support, I won't take any, but if I get a candle to close on this level, I'm going to take a buy on the next candle. Ooh, okay, closed above. Oh my god, straight up. Oh, it's news as well. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have taken that trade with news being right there, but you get the idea, right? You see how it's planned out. It's literally based on these 4-hour candles and what they're doing and the structure. So that was trade. That was the third trade. That was buys. And that would have been, so literally look, 4-hour to 4-hour zones. 95. pips. Boom. Always wait for the retest. Always wait for the retest. Always. So you see how the levels have to be, you have to tap into the 4-hour zones first before anything, and then you just use the next 4-hour level as your TP. It does sound simple. It sounds too simple to be true. But it is. And I'll keep trying to explain every step of the trade as well, as long as you get the correct levels. But I mean, most 4-hour levels are going to be the same, and you should get the same retests, you know. Any indicator? No indicators, my friend. No indicators. I'm sorry. Sorry. All right, so let's move on. So that was the 4th. Let's go. So this was, I'm gonna go to the next day because I'm not trading this much. Look, see how price is acting at the next 4-hour level. Potentially could have got some sells, but right here, gold pushing up, and it's closed back in this next range. Gold is most likely going to be more bullish from here. Could come back down and retest, but it does seem, look, we've got a continuation pattern here. All right, let me get to 7 o'clock. Let's get to London session. What date is this? The 5th. So how many trades we got? 3 trades so far. All right, this 4-hour candle's broken this previous highs, pushing up. All right, now this range, because this 4 hours pushed up here, if gold can come back down, retest, I'll take a buy up to the next level, because we've respected this previous low and we've already broken this high. So if gold can come back down, I'd look to get in, but it looks like it's pushing up here. Oh yeah, gold is moving. Now would I take sells here? Only reason I wouldn't take sells is because it's quite a strong push on this 4-hour candle, and I don't think it leaves a massive top wick to come back down. And that's just me reading the candle and anticipating what it could do. Do I think it's going to reject here? No. Okay. Let's see what the next 4-hour candle does. Okay, we're pushing up. Right, so looking at the 4-hour now, we've pushed quite away from this last resistance. If I can get a retest, now it's not a massive pullback. How big is this range? 90 pips. Okay, it is kind of big. If I can get a retest of this broken resistance, then I'd look to get into a trade. Yeah, let's see if we can get a retest, because I don't, and why I'll take the buys here is because I don't think this current 4-hour candle is going to retrace this whole push and break this previous low. So again, it's based on the 4-hour candles trending. All right, we're still pushing up. We could even retest this next level. Nowhere for me to get in just yet. Oh no, look, that happened so quick. Oh, is there more news? Yep. Okay, PMIs. Okay, it was PMI news at 3. I wonder if we'll get the retest. It's kind of late into the session and I probably wouldn't be trading now anyway. Ooh. I kind of like this, you know. This is like something I took recently. It's like something I took on Friday. Let me just show you quickly. That looks like, is it this one? No, it was Thursday. That trade, this setup right here, this looks like this to me. This right here. So we came back down. I want to see if I can show you guys. It was Thursday. Oh, I can't see it. But yeah, sometimes if you can get a retest on the lower time frames as well, but close to the 4-hour level, that's also a good entry. Like here too. where the 4 hour, the new 4 hour candle doesn't break the previous 4 hour low, but it has broken here. All right, I'm not going to take an entry here, but I do like this setup right here. I do like it. So let's see what happens. I was pushing up, back out of the range. Yeah, this would have been a perfect entry right here. I'm not going to count it, but this would have been a lovely entry. Beautiful stop loss, 32 pips. Just take it up to, even up to this 4 hour level, really. But I think because of the time of the day, I don't know if it will push all the way up. But potentially this news, PMI news, also gets retraced a lot. So let's see where this goes. But you see, we got the retest, we got the candle, the bullish closure, another retest and pushing up. Yeah, this move would have been nice. So look, it didn't quite get to TP, and I'm definitely not holding trades for this long. But where did it get to? Look at that. Would have been 100 pips. 100 pips. Which is not bad, right? Not bad at all. So I'm not going to count that as a trade, but you see the setup. They can appear anytime, but I'm just trading London and New York session. Honestly, this, to be honest, would have been a bit too late for me, I think, especially to be holding for so many hours into the evening. I don't really like doing that. But based on the 4 hour candles, you're going to be trading into at least one of the 4 hour candles in the New York session, whether it be the first one or the second one. It's just how it's going to go, isn't it? All right, so let's go to, where are we, on Friday already? Okay, not bad. Okay, so we've done half an hour. Half an hour for a week. Let's go to, oh shoot, I moved a bit too quick. So I'm just going to adjust these levels. Got a 4 hour level on here. Boom. Okay. So we have a 4 hour resistance that's been, we got a first resistance here at 2 from yesterday, and now we're creating another resistance today. So potentially a 4 hour double top. Now we've closed back in the range, we've pushed above the range, we've closed back. If I'm going to get into a trade here, and I wouldn't mind taking sells, I need a retest, again, a retest of this 4 hour resistance. If I can get a retest, I'm looking to take sells down. Let me see, trade, potentially trade 4. So we've missed a couple trades, but this one I like the look of. I would love to get in. Let's see. Oh, we got news today as well. NFP. Oh. All right, let's see if we can catch an NFP trade too, because I do like NFP bouncing off 4 hour levels. So we might get a big move. So I want to take, if price can come back up, I want a retest before the sells on this candle right here. Wait, what time is it? Yeah, still got some time. All right, got the retest. Do you know what? I don't like, this is not a good idea. Do you know why this is not a good idea? Taking a trade right before NFP. I'm going to close this one. I'm going to wait till after NFP, because that's a bit, it's going to be a bit crazy. I'm going to wait till after NFP, right? So ignore that trade. Look, nah. Let's wait. NFP is the next candle. Okay, boom. So we had a retest of this 4 hour level up here. This is not bad. This is not bad. Let's see what the next candle does. Okay, we've got the sells. Another retest of this support here. Let me put in this. All right, this one is gonna be a bit tricky, but maybe another, if price can come back up and retest 25.18, maybe some more sells down. Now this price action is not nice at all. Oh damn, got the retest. I missed it. Right, so this retest here, I would never have taken it on this actual thing here. I would have waited for it to close, but here would have been probably the move for me, like another retest of this 4-hour level to then come back down and refill the wick. But that would have been the idea, potentially just back down to this support. So I'm not great with backtesting with TradingView, just because the candles move quite quick and they don't move. I need them to move slightly slower, but you see the ideas are there. Just look for the retest of the 4-hour levels and you're golden. You're golden. All right, let's adjust. All right, I think that's going to be the end of the week. So let's go to next week. Alright, not first, 7 o'clock. First is today. Sorry, 1 second. Got a little message there. Boom. Alright, 7 o'clock. Let's put some levels on gold. I'm gonna start fresh. Alright, 4-hour. You got this one right here. Boom. And then the next one. So I'm only going to put the immediate 4-hour levels for now, okay? Immediate 4-hour levels. This only works for gold. You know what? I've only back tested this on gold because of how gold's been moving lately, and because I've seen it many times and I have been back testing it before. So yeah, I can only say it works for gold. I haven't really tried it for pound yen, but pound yen has just been very garbage lately. So I mean, I still look at pound yen levels. Look, it's still playing 4 hours. It is actually playing zone to zone. Pound yen's kind of does that anyway. I mean, that's kind of already. Are we good? Are we lagging? Are we delayed? Stream good? Alright, cool. Let's carry on. Let's carry on. Alright, 7 o'clock. Let's see what this candle does. I guess this kind of would have been... Yeah, it's fine now, yeah? Wicked, wicked. Okay. I just want to get more information before I take anything. It went down a few seconds. Okay, cool, cool. Alright, let's... Ooh. I was actually thinking about a retest of this level here to continue down, but this candle has now closed back above this level. So now I'm thinking buys, and I'm also thinking buys because obviously we've got this. We might get a double bottom here, and we have these wicks. So there's a high probability this current candle leaves a wick too. So I'm going to take buys on the next candle, 46 pip stop, and just take it up to this 4-hour level here. Oh, came back down to entry. Woo. Go on, tap it. Boom. There we go. So trade 4. We got some buys, and that was good for 81 pips. So far I've taken 4 trades, actually caught 55 pips, 83, 95 and 81. Yeah, okay, let's go to... Sorry, I was getting messages. Any losses yet? I wouldn't. No, I don't think we have taken any losses. But if I'm being honest with you, no, I wouldn't have taken this. This trade might have been a loss, the NFP one, but I wouldn't take a trade before NFP. I would have waited until afterwards. So no losses yet, but don't get it twisted. This is not 100% win rate strategy. In my other backtesting that I've done, there have been losses, of course, but a lot of the times, if the trade goes in drawdown, well, the stop losses are quite tight. The stop losses are not, they're not very big stop losses. So maximum I think I've lost is about 30 pips and change, about 30 pips. Okay, let's keep going. So we're looking kind of bullish on gold now. We respected this support, had a nice closure above this current 4-hour candles, respecting this previous low. What time is it? This candle's 1.5 hours from closing. Okay, so we pushed above. Now we've got the closure above. I need, if the next 4-hour candle retests the bottom wick, retests this broken resistance, I'm taking buys from here. Yeah. Ooh, didn't quite reach it. Okay, let's see. Oh, we're coming back down. Oh, we closed back in the range. No good. What time is it? 4. Oh, push back up. Alright. So I still like this trade. And why do I like it? Because we closed back in the range. Now we've closed back outside. And if you look at the 4-hour time frame, look, this 4-hour candle is come down, but it's respected this previous 4-hour candle low. And it's also broken this high already. So on the next candle, I'm going to take buyers up. How big is this? I'm actually going to take the buyers and have a stop loss below this previous. So 43 pips. Ideally, because I can't watch the candles move in real time, alright, I'm going to just have a stop loss. This is a bit of a wild stop loss, but I'm going to put it here. Really, I would want to take an entry right off. If the next candle creates a bottom wick and bounces off here, I would prefer an entry at 2498, 2497. No, yeah, about 2498, 2499, in that range, and then push up. But obviously, with the way the candles are, I'm just gonna have to take the trade as is. Oh, cool! Didn't even make a bottom wick anyway. Now where to get out? What time is it? It's getting late. Alright, where did it get to? 74 pips. I don't know how late you guys trade into. Let's make it at least a 2-to-1, shall we? But at this point, it should be break even, or at least, you know, trailing your stop, reducing it above this new structure point where it's created a higher low now, and just let this thing run and just see how far it goes. But I just made it a 2-to-1 just to see if it would get there, which is struggling, but it's going into the new day. All right, so it's tapped it 84 pips, not bad. Probably gonna keep going. That was a lucky close. That was a very lucky close. I mean, look, it's still going anyway. Oh shoot, we're into the next day. All right, let's do 80. Let's call it 84 pips. All right, do you guys understand how that worked? Based on not just the 4-hour retest, not based on the 4-hour retest, but based on, well, obviously staying out of the range and the 4-hour candle respecting that previous low. Like I said, this strategy is based very heavily on the 4-hour time frame, and the trades are a lot longer than the usual breakouts or trend continuations. All right, so what time is it now? It's Tuesday. Let me adds, so we've got a new 4-hour resistance here. Might have missed the trade already. Look, got the 4-hour resistance. We've had this current 4-hour candle retest already and push off. But the way this candle has moved, I like when I get a candle close right near the level, then get the retest and come down. So this is a bit of a, yeah, I'm not really feeling this entry here. Anyway, okay, let's see what happens anyway. Gonna keep it moving. So this 4-hour candle's broken the low and the high. All right, we're pushing up. Oh, this is nice. No news today as well. Ooh, nice big push. Nice big push. All right, depending on how this, okay, this candle's closed above. So again, it's a very bullish candle. I want price to continue bullish. We've already broken this 4-hour high. We don't have much of a bottom wick, but if I can get a retest of this broken support, I mean this broken resistance, then I need a 30-minute candle to either close, pull back, close right above, or close below and then close back above, like a fake out, and then continue up, all the while respecting this previous 4-hour candle's low. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if you guys get it. Type got it if you got it. Okay, Rosie got it. Benny got it. Echo got it. All right, cool. So retest, we've broken above, potential retest. Now if it doesn't come down, that's all good. We have other strategies, but I'm just showing you breakout and retest. Exactly, you hear breakout and retest. All right, let's see if we can get this retest. Damn. Man, next candle, I guess no retest this time, but we've come back down to this level right here. So I mean, as long as we respect this 4-hour candle low, we could push back up. I don't know. We could. This is, now this trade would be very tricky, but there is an entry here. There is an entry here because, like I said, we've still respected this previous 4-hour candle lows. Should we go for it? Should we go for it? Because it's quite a strong support level. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Let's be daring. Let's be daring. And I'm gonna put the stop loss, I'm gonna put it below here. So 21 pip stop. Not gonna risk much for 130 pips. We'll see. Nice. Very nice. I shouldn't even laugh. I shouldn't even laugh. This is not, it really isn't this easy ever. But this is a decent session. Look at that. Right, now if the 4-hour candle, what's that, 130 pips? That's nuts. That's 134 pips. That was quite a crazy move, can't lie. Can't lie. Right, Rosie? But Again, just based on the 4-hour time frame. Now obviously that could have been a very easy loss at 20 pips. That could have been a very easy 20 pip loss. But why this trade makes sense is because we've got these rejection wicks over here. Yeah, we've got these rejection wicks to the left. We've got a strong support. So every time the 30-minute time frame has come down, we've retested, we've bounced, yep, and then we've pushed up. But the 4-hour, and why it's important, didn't break the previous 4-hour candles low. If it had, the trade would have been invalid, and that's why the stop loss was there. Yeah, now don't think this is luck. It definitely isn't, because if we look at, I want to show you examples of this literally just last week, of price doing exactly that. Okay, right here. So if you have a look, price coming down, retesting these 30-minute levels, tapping, and then bouncing off. Now if I show you the 4-hour time frame here, you'll see that the 4-hour candles also respected the previous lows and then pushed up. This right here, this was a trade I took last week, respected the previous. If you have a look here, this is the new 4-hour candle starting 2 o'clock. The 4-hour candle low is here. Look, we've come down, we've respected, just tapped into that 30-minute level, but we had 3 retests and then pushed right up. So this is not off a whim. This is something that I've seen over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. All right, let's move on. Can we look at today? Today there's no range. There's no volume, sorry. It definitely works for today, because I've been taking these trades for the past month. I just haven't introduced them on stream yet, but it definitely works today. I can wait, I'll go to my journal and show you, but I don't know, the chat might be a bit delayed, but I've just showed you recent examples of it happening at least last week, just last week. So this is one, 26th of August, which was what, last Tuesday. This is one example of the retest and then a push up, and then this was definitely one here as well. And even on Friday this was one too. So this one from last Thursday, this one I actually broke this down on stream, the 4-hour level tapping into 33.95. that was one push up. I did a little YouTube short on that. And then last week, Friday, unfortunately last Friday we missed it. What this was, let's do, I want to show you. So last Friday, 4-hour candle looks slightly different. I don't like when the charts do that. Let's go here. Let's see this 4-hour. Now I've got to do it on this one. Alright, so last Friday on stream we were looking at gold. So this was literally last week. We had a 4-hour, where is it? Yes, because we had the continuation pattern. I remember. Alright, so let's link those two. Sorry, so you can see it. There we go. Oh, it's already on there. Alright, I'm gonna show you how it worked last week and the trade that didn't quite get the entry because I don't know why I didn't take the entry. Okay, so this was the, let me put it in fresh. This was the support that got the retest. Now it did have a continuation pattern, it did play out, and then this candle came back up into the range. Just to show you this level here. Right, push down, we closed back above, we came down. Now what I was looking for is a retest of this resistance here. Why is it not coming up? This resistance, boom. So based on this 4 hour here, we'd broken the previous high, just wanted a retest to come down, either retest this support here 3408 and then flip back up and come, or retest this broken resistance, just a break and retest and then push up. But it didn't quite come down far enough. And then I even had, I think the daily flip was here too, even wanted just this 230 candle, 930 for the Americans, just to pull back, tap and then come back. But as you can see, it barely created a bottom wick, so price just kept on flying. But the strategy would have worked here as well. It would have worked here too, and it's again just based on the 4 hour time frame, respecting the previous low and just gold being super bullish. But let me just finish off this week and then we can call it a day and you guys can get on with the rest of your day and the bank holiday, and don't lose no money today because the markets are definitely going to be poo. Alright, so that's Tuesday the 10th. Let's move on to Wednesday. So I wrote that trade down already. Two more candles. All right, so here we are at pretty much near all-time highs. Yeah, it was a nice session. Pretty much at all-time highs. Where are we at? 730. We're pushing. All right, so we've broken above this 4 hour resistance. Again, if I want to take a trade, I just need a pullback, a retest, and then I want to get in off the bounce of this level. Oh, we pulled back some. Okay, pushed up. I like this. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. All right, so if I can get a retest, if I can get a slight retest, pullback, then I'll be getting into a trade. Actually, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Ooh. This candle barely has a top wick. Let's see. It's a bit difficult for me to take a trade against the trend. We have closed above, but now we've got this long top wick, and then we have all of these wicks to the left where we've pushed back down once we've got into this area. Yeah, this is not nice right here. Not really feeling this. All right, I'm gonna do something, I won't even call it unconventional. All right, here's my thought process now. We're kind of close to all-time highs. Yeah, all-time highs are over here, 25. No. All right, so I'm looking for some sells here. Potentially retrace some of this move up. This was a very slow push up. Now this 4 hour, if I look to the left some more, this is the stronger 4 hour level here. Let me just make this bigger. Yeah. All right, look, we're at all-time highs here. Yeah. All right, if I do it like this, look how many times this level's been retested. Eventually, yes, it has to break, but the way this 4 hour candle, we've rejected this area and closed quite, not far below it, but we've closed off of it and below all of these resistances to the left as well. This is what I'm looking at. Well, I don't like the buyers just yet. Now this candle, based on the lower time frame, if you look at the 30 minute, the 30 minute is actually creating a little downtrend off of this 4 hour level. So I'm thinking sells from here, to be honest. Now if I'm just going to use this recent resistance on the 4 hour time frame, to me this looks like the retest here. To me this looks like the retest. And if you look at the 4 hour, we have a clean range down. I'm gonna take some sells here. So we take some sells. I'm gonna take some sells here. I'm gonna take. Ideally, I would like a retest, but I'm just gonna get in at the candle open, put it above this structure point. That's where we've had a lower high, and then this is quite a big, because there's so many levels. I'm just gonna go to the 4 hour, this previous 4 hour level, because why not? What's here? Oh, there's news. Oh my god, CPI. Oh Jesus. Alright, there's CPI here. So I'm not gonna take a trade before CPI, because that is, you know, could be a bit of a problem. But that's the idea anyway. Just seems so right before CPI we've pushed off of that level, but I would want gold. I'm looking for a retracement, and to be honest, CPI could be the move that does that. Let's see then, eh? Where's this? This is 12. Look, we got another retest. We still closing below this little resistance here. Oh, we're falling. Oh man. This is rough. This is rough. This is rough. But that's the idea anyway. I would never have taken a trade right before CPI and anticipated that. But that was a nice little move down. Okay. Missed it. Yes, Rosie. Definitely missed it. So let me see if we can jump in and catch something after that. On the next candle, maybe. Okay, 2 o'clock. What a trade, mate. Straight down, straight to TP, right? Straight to TP. But I'll tell you this much. I really like where gold is at right now. Like, I really like this this level. I like the structure gold is creating now, because we had this clean range up and then nothing coming down. So we could get a support formed right here to then push back up, because look where this candle's closed. We've closed here. We could get a higher low created. And let me just adjust, because we have a support here. All right, so if I can get a retest of, we kind of had this retest already. How big is the stop loss? I'm gonna take a buy here because price is closed above, anticipating that price comes back up. Is that crazy? It's not crazy. And I'm going to put the stop loss just below this point again, because this is a very strong level. So I'm not surprised that price has come back down here. It's been drawn here. And if you look, we've had multiple retests, which is where we took one of the entries before. Yeah. So I hope this is making sense. Even a retest a bit lower. Let me... All right, hold on. Let me see what the candles do. Oh, geez. All right, yeah. I'm gonna put this back in. Let's pretend that was there. Let's just pretend that was there. But yeah, just below this point here. And look, this would have been a good entry. And putting the stop loss below the previous 4 hour candle low. It's actually a really good entry. I don't know why I took it off. Oops, shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that as is, and I'm gonna play it back to this 4 hour resistance here. Yeah, and let's just see how that one works out. Oh, there we go. Now we've taken a loss, and look at that. Oh wow, gold did us dirty. It did me dirty. Look at that. What should I have done? Waited for the retest of this level. But to be honest, I didn't think price would come back down and tap this level again. But it is a very strong level, isn't it? So there we go. Haroon, first loss. I'm going to count it as a loss. Although we were very close. And that was how many pips? 60 pips. But then we learned from that one. The stop loss. I mean, the entry should have been slightly lower, I guess. At the entry probably should have been down here. At this retest. Unfortunately, these levels are quite close together. But if I'd had it like this and used this support, nah, I wouldn't have liked this entry. Do you know why? Because we broke this 4-hour low. I wouldn't have liked it. A few more pips for stop loss, we'd be okay. Exactly. 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 What's the average stop loss? I think the average stop loss, I'm gonna say 50 pips, and that's being generous. But if you look at the length of time we were actually in those trades, they weren't quick. So throughout the trades, like even this one, throughout the trades, no, some of them were quite quick. Some of them were literally like an hour and a half. This one here where we closed back in, got the retest. This one was like 4 hours. I would say about 50 to start with, but with the stop loss, my tips for the stop loss would be put it below a structure point. So if you're looking for buys, then put the stop loss below the last higher low. And then as the trade progresses and moves in your favor, then move the stop loss up with the trade. That would probably be the best idea, and that way your risk reward gets bigger, and you're lowering your risk. That's like nearly a tongue twister. Okay, so we are on Thursday now. We are on Thursday. Let's just wrap this second week up. Okay, so it's taking us 2 weeks to do an hour. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. Boom. Okay, 7 o'clock. Let's adjust the levels. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, so I'm going to use the most recent. You know, I like this support better. I'm going to leave that one there. I like that support better because it had multiple taps. And I'm going to put that one there. So, you know, I'm going to put this one here as well, because why not? Here's a level. Could get a retest here. Boom. Alright. Look, this 4 hours pushed up with barely a bottom wick. And I'm going to put this on the most recent level as well. Yeah, recent levels are the best. Okay. Sorry, I was reading a message. Alright, let's continue with the day. Definitely missed out on this one. This should have been an entry right here. My bad. Too busy clicking. No, we'll catch a trade today. We'll catch one. We'll catch one. Oof. I'm looking at these 4-hour candles. This is kind of what's throwing me off a little bit. But I don't like this right here. Oh wow. What time is it? 2 o'clock. Alright. So we've closed above this range. Let's see, did we close above this 4-hour level as well? Finished work. Who's finished work? What? Okay, we did close above this level. Okay, so just like Yi has said, break and retest. Breakout, retest. I think this is exactly what this is. Oh, gold's moving in real life. Hold on, guys. Look at that. Where did that come from? I just saw it fly like 60 pips. Multitasking. Alright, let's get this trade out of the way. Okay, so we've had a breakout here. If gold can retest this area here, retest this breakout and then push back up, I think we could get a nice trade in. Right, the lowest I want the candle to go is here. So okay, maybe a bounce off either this resistance or this one right here, and then I'll be in a trade. So where should I put the entry? I want to put the entry, I don't want the stop loss to be too big, that's the thing. So I put the entry down here just to be on the safe side, because I want to use this. Alright, this is what I'm going to do, yeah? Just because I don't want the stop loss to be too big, because we have this massive candle here after news, PPI. This is a massive candle. So we're going to see how deep this next candle pulls back. But I don't think we break this previous 4-hour low. We've closed above this range. So I'm going to put an entry off this 4-hour level. If we get a decent pullback, it's only 40 pips, and then push up. There should be volume in the market after that news as well. And yeah, new 4-hour candle, let's go. Ooh, look, it came deeper. That was actually really lucky. 120. That was actually really lucky. Do you know what? I'm not going to call it luck, because that was very planned out. But I didn't know how deep this candle was going to pull back. And I really wanted a good stop loss. I didn't want a massive stop. So yeah, Haroon about 50 pips on average for a stop loss. Decent, not too bad. There's nothing to the left, so I don't know where I would have put my TP. Honestly, when gold was making all-time highs, I was just using round numbers. So that TP could have been 24.40, 24.30, anything. I'm just going to leave it as is, 120 pips, and yeah, just call it that. Call it that. But entry again right off of this bounce, this current, and using the 4-hour time frame, it didn't break this previous low. So that's what the idea here was. Refill the wick and then keep pushing, which it did. All right, let's see how much further it goes. Oof. Oh, we could have held on to this. This is all-time highs right here as well. Gold flying up. Yeah, gold is flying. I can see. I'm watching the prices. I'm watching the prices. Gold is flying on both times. Both charts. I said, where's the volume come from? That's a good question. I don't know. It's New York Open, isn't it? So I guess that's what it is. Oh shoot, look, went all the way into Friday. But there's no structure here. There's no 4-hour levels to trade from. All right, so I guess that's the backtesting session done. So we caught, so that's 8 trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 8 trades. And where's my calculator? Where's my calculator gone? It's usually on my desk. So we have 55 pips, 83, 95, 81, 84, 134, plus 120, and then minus 60 for the loss. So 592 pips. Over 2 weeks. And we didn't trade on a couple days actually. So 8 trades over the 2 weeks, over 10 days. Not bad. Not bad at all. 592 pips. Based on this strategy, 1 loss, which we lost by what, 2 pips? Like literally 2 pips. So that sucks, but what can you do? So this is gold today. Looking at the volume, I mean, it's had this push. I don't know, man. Are you guys trading gold today? Let me know if you're trading gold. Let me know in the chat if you guys are trading. Might attempt a prop challenge with this when I feel confident. Hell yeah, man, it's nice. It's nice. It's definitely nice. It's not bad. It's not bad. I've actually been, with this strategy, I have got 2 strategy videos as well. So if you look on the channel, I know I've got 1. I need to put 1 up. So I've done 2 videos based on this strategy. So I actually have 1 that I need to put up, and I will put it up today. I need to just edit something out of it. I need to chop, because I just sit and record. As I'm backtesting, I was just recording, and then I think I had to take a break. So I didn't stop recording for that. So I just need to chop that bit out. Otherwise, you'll just have some dead space. But I put that up, and literally that strategy I backtested using soft 4 effects. So the candles are moving in real time. So it's a bit better than TradingView. I thought it might be a bit too difficult to do it live on here. But yeah. You guys have a good rest of the session. Hope the strategy made sense, because now when I do it on stream, you'll understand it, why I've done it. Of course, I'll break it down, the trades too. But a lot of the time, as you've noticed, the trades do happen sometimes when you get the new 4-hour candle from London into New York, and then sometimes you get the moves a bit later on in the session, because it's waiting for the retest of the 4-hour level. So hopefully you guys can take entries on your own time too. And yeah, good luck. But September we're introducing it now, and we're catching minimum 80 pips per trades. You know, I feel like I'm taking trades off stream, but I am calling them on stream, so don't say I'm trading without you guys. I include you in the thought process. But yeah, have a good one. Yeah, I'm not trading anything today. I'm gonna keep an eye on gold, but don't forget the markets do close early today, so be careful. And I will see you guys tomorrow, back to usual. Yeah, peace out. Do I put them in the Discord? The trade ideas? I don't. Should I? I don't know who's in the Discord. I don't see who's online or anything. I literally, if someone messages in the Discord, I respond. That's kind of how I operate. So I'm not gonna lie, I kind of do my daily analysis. I put my targets in, because I do my daily analysis for myself anyway, and I have it in my trade journal, and I just automatically add it to the Discord for the targets. But I could add the trade ideas in there. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. If you guys are gonna find it useful, then why not? The only thing is with the London session, I don't know who's up during London session, because I know there's quite a few Americans in there, apart from Benny and Rosie, who's not on Discord. And then NY session, I'm on stream, and then after the stream, I'm just so locked in. Do you know what I mean? I have the charts up. I'm kind of not specifically focusing on it, and then I just take the trades. So yeah, all right, cool. I'll try to be more active and put the trade ideas in there, like beforehand. All right, cool. I got you. Cool. Well, yeah, jump in the chat. Let me know you're in there. Let me know your ideas too, because I'll always respond to that. So if you see something, let me know too, and then we can discuss the moves. Yeah. All right, guys. Peace out. Rosie said, can't wait to try this on stream. Me too. All right, cool. We'll do. It's never a waste of time. I mean, I do it for myself anyway. I'm already looking at the charts, so it's not a problem to do it. It's just if no one's there, then I feel like I'm wasting my time. But if you're gonna be there, then I'll do it. Even if it's for one person, I don't mind. Why not? You know? Because sometimes, look, if you can learn exactly what I know, or you can do exactly what I do, I'm waiting for your signals. I'll be waiting for your signal. You can tell me, yo, this is happening. Let me know. Yeah, but it's always good to discuss trade ideas back and forth. Even when I'm not in the Discord, I still have friends that I talk to, so I'm constantly talking trades anyway. You know, constantly talking trades, so it's not a problem. All right, guys, but yeah, back again tomorrow. Yeah, have a good one.